Hi, I'm Brian Baldwin, and when I'm not too busy waking up underneath of a rusty grocery cart next to a dumpster fire after 3 days of doing meth and injecting Irish whiskey into my bloodstream, I'm watching Liam's live stream. Thanks, Liam!
Good morning and welcome to Chatting with Viewers. Today is May 12th. It's a Friday and it is the year 2023. Hello, everyone. It is Liam, and as always, I'm happy to be here. Brian McKinnish says, hey, for me and the parakeets. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Stephen is here. Hi, Liam. Hi, Stephen. And of course, I am here, so that's good. Want to say hi to all of you that are tuned in so far. So let's get a little business out of the way. We are 5 days away from an awesome webinar that's being put on by the Lighthouse for the Blind Incorporated out of Seattle. And so I'm going to throw the link in here. If you haven't already, register for that webinar. Take 2 minutes, register for this thing, do it. It's going to be good. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I am looking forward to presenting audio game content to all of you. So that is the big thing. Lighthouse of the Blind Incorporated does a lot of really cool stuff. They have facilities in Seattle, Washington, Spokane, Washington, and Somerville, South Carolina, because that's right next to Seattle. So they've got facilities in all three places. They also run multiple BSCs, or base supply centers, and they are hiring. So visit lhblind.org and see if there's a career that would fit you. They offer very good benefits, a good pay, and meaningful and dignified work. So check them out. That's the Lighthouse for the Blind Incorporated, and I will be presenting for them next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific, and 0 o'clock. Well, that'd be 0 o'clock UTC on Thursday. Tree Boy, how's it going? G'day, mate. Brian Baldwin says Brian is here begrudgingly. Well, listen, okay. You just need to get over it. Quit being cranky. John Falla says, hello, Liam. Good to see you. Hey, John, how's it going? All right, so the first thing, we're going to have a vote immediately. Brian, I know we have to have your vote, but I have to vote on something important, which is I have 2 flavors of Rogue Energy to try, and I need to let you guys vote on which one I am trying. So we have Blood, if I could type, Blood Orange and Black Cherry. Now we need to vote for poor Brian, because he is tired and crankier than usual. So we're going to do my vote really quick. There's the poll is up. So vote now. Which one am I drinking? Am I drinking Black Cherry or Blood Orange? Spoiler alert, whatever I don't drink now, I'll be drinking later. Probably not on stream. Not on stream, but... Brian says, send me some of that Rogue. I'll let you know how it is, dude. The strawberry kiwi is pretty good. One thing I like about it is it's a powder, so you just add it to water. And, oh, Lord. Austin says, good thing you started. You watched me, rescued me from watching more AI president videos. Oh, geez. Hey, Brandon, I'm doing good. Tree Voice says, g'day. Yeah. How's it going, dude? So make sure you place your votes. It's going to be kind of a quicker poll. Because we need to vote on Brian's drink of choice. Poor Brian's not going to make it today, I don't think. He's got a lot of work to do, and he is not. He already messaged me this morning. He's like, oh, dude, I need an energy drink. Oh. So, Yeah, he our buddy Brian here is definitely binge pipe. We are watching you. Yep. So yes, we've got the webinar next week, which is really exciting. Also, I do want to talk about Word Voyance if you haven't checked this game out yet. The awesome Ben Ritter has created this. I'm going to throw the link actually into chat for you guys. It's a fully accessible Scrabble-esque game. It is Scrabble-inspired. You can play it on a web browser, iOS or Android. Do this thing. It is good. I want to do a video on it. It's going to be an offline video because I'd like to record it and actually, I think playing it live would be a little weird. I know that Liam has an insatiable thirst for blood orange. Yes, I am a vampire. 1, 2, 3 sips of blood orange. Thunderclap. Oh gosh. Not only do Liam and I have class, but I have to grade applications for people applying to be on my team. I think there's 10. Oh, cool. Are you going to hire 10 people? That'd be awesome. Nikita Banana is here to say that bananas need to ripen in a certain way. Good morning, Nikita. Hope you are doing well. That's a lot of grading of applications, though, dude. That's not... I do not envy you at all. That sucks. All right, so we got 9 votes. Let's end the poll. See which flavor I'm drinking. Black cherry 55%, blood orange 44. That was close. That was very close. Wow. All right. So let me make sure I got the black cherry one. I like it said. Wait, is it? Yeah, there it is. Like, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. All right, we're going to turn that microphone off. I was cool, though. I think I was about to start playing some Rage Against the Machine. I think I was going to start playing Killing the Name, actually, which would have been kind of cool. I have to whittle the, I have to whittle the list down to 6 with my team, then do interviews to pick just one. There can be only one. Also, the grading of applications doesn't sound like fun. No, I don't think it is. All right, so here we are. We've got our, by the way, I have an official Rogue Energy shaker bottle, which has the Rogue logo on it, and it also has this little, I don't know what this thing is. It looks like a fan blade thing, but I guess you use it to mix the liquid up. All right. So there's our black cherry. I love how I tear the package open, and it I don't think I tore it high enough. Oh, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Pour that in. Okay. So there's this little fan bladey thing that goes on the top, and then this screws onto the top. And so the side has the logos, and it's got the measurements and all that. So now we shake this thing up. Ow. Oh, I see. If you shake it in a circle, I think it does a spiral with the thing on the top. Okay. So we're trying Black Cherry Rogue. Eli is forever sending us audio messages during these. Doesn't he know better? Yeah, and I can't play it on because he might have said dirty words. I don't trust Eli. Yeah, isn't Eli supposed to be like working? Or if he's not working, he should be tuned into this. All right, here we go. Here is Black Cherry. Okay, this is pretty good. Yeah, this isn't bad. I do not mind the black cherry at all. Ben says, I arrived. Suspicious water noises. Hey, Ben, good morning. You just missed the plug for Word Voyance. I saw that you've been submitting it to the app stores now. I guess I saw on Twitter you submitted it to Canada. So soon all the Canucks will get to play there, eh? It's cool. Word Voyance is fun. Ben's been killing me. I need to finish my turns, but he totally cheesed it and played the word cat, Q-A-T. Like, clearly someone's been listening to way too much Bare Naked Ladies, and I'm very upset by this because, like, that's the trick I wanted to pull. I was looking for a Q and an A so I could do cat, and he beat me to it. So the black cherry rogue is not bad. I actually kind of like the strawberry kiwi better. That's not bad. Not bad at all. It's a boot time, says Tree Boy. Oh, no. Nikita's just like, what did I walk into? Why am I even still here? He sounds like a complete jerk, like someone else I know. I don't know, Nikita. I mean, that's not nice to say about Brian Baldwin. Correct. The app version is soft launching in Canada. The web version already launched everywhere. Can you play it against a computer? No, it's actually something you play against humans. Although, there you go, Ben. You could you should work on a Scrabble AI. Ben also has another thing, by the way, and I don't know all of the things on this, but apparently you made a game that is a Punch-Out like game, and I need to tell you that I am very interested because Punch-Out, one of my favorite games ever made, ever. There is a playlist on my channel of me going through all the it's the regular, well, it's not the it's the contender one, so it's not the belt defense, but going through all the contender boxers in Wii Punch-Out. And let me tell you, figuring out tells for all of those when some of them are visual are really interesting. We plan to add bot games in the future, says Ben. It might not be nice to say about Brian Baldwin, but completely accurate. Yeah, because Brian has to grade applications today like a boss. So that'll be cool. Leandra says, what are your main interests? Too many to list. I mean, everything? I don't know. I mean, I obviously love tech. I love gaming. I like to read a little bit. I like to sleep because sleep is good. I don't know. I mean, so Brian, what are the flavors that we're voting on? Should we do Brian's vote now that we did mine? Also, yeah, this black cherry is good, but I definitely like the strawberry kiwi better. Let me finish this off though. I just like having an official bottle. It's kind of cool. It's okay. I would do the strawberry again. Although I will say it's not bad. It tastes like cherry. Liam's main interest: talking dirty to AI, soft walks on the beach, candlelight dinners. I would never talk dirty to anyone, Brian. How could you say such horrible things? Oh, I am scandalized. How could you? Also, Brian, do you know what Eli said in WhatsApp? Was it important? Okay. Flavors will be original 24-ounce, fruit punch, fiesta, or random fruit. Random fruit. Okay. All right. So we have. I never had the fiesta. Oh yeah, we made a politically themed punch out game where all elections are decided by boxing. It's a comedy game and we ruthlessly make fun of everyone. It's a lot like Scrabble, but it's punch out. That's kind of like a joke my sister used to tell, which is what's the difference between a mole and an eagle? Both of them live underground, well, except for the mole. All right, so we got original fiesta, um, fruit punch, or random fruit. All right. Vote on Brian's monster. I have a feeling he's probably going to buy all of them anyways, but we need to vote. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Okay. Computron. Welcome to our new show, Getting Dirty with ChatGPT. I love, by the way, I do love Punch Out though. Seriously, I am a Punch Out fiend. Adore that game. Listen, anything that is like rhythm and memorization is fun. Shut up, Brian. I already see I see a comment coming. Oh my gosh. Okay. So vote for random fruit, fiesta, fruit punch, or original monster. I believe these are all 24 ounce. I've never seen the XXL ones before. Random fruit sounds kind of suspicious. Yes, it does. I don't know. I have a feeling that random fruit is actually just Jack Daniels. Personally, I mean that's what I'm thinking. Ryan says you know me too well. I think rhythm and memorization is why Eli has so many kids. Also, I apologize if my camera it's still really wonky. Having a light problem in here. I'm actually really wondering if my camera's wrecked. I hope not, because I don't have money to replace it right now. But I might have a camera problem, which would be really bad. Oh man, that would not be good. The XXL is 24 ounce and the rest are 16. And you hush. Don't talk about my jackfruit Daniels. Giving you guys a couple more minutes to vote here. A few more minutes to vote. Let's see where we are. Oh yeah, 2 minutes. All right, I'll give you another minute. Weedy. Okay. So also the last thing I wanted to mention was sleep phones. I've talked about them a lot on stream. They are a great way to sleep better, and this is National Sleep Better Month, I guess. I don't know how they decide these months, honestly. I think they pull them out of a hat. But National Sleep Better Month. Sleep is important. It helps us rehydrate the soul. I just made that up. It sounds really good. And I would suggest that if you're having trouble sleeping, obviously there are many things you can do. One thing that may help you is to have sound while you sleep. And unfortunately, not all situations can you have sound. Sometimes you just can't. Whether maybe you're sharing your bed with a partner and your partner does not like sound, or maybe you just can't blare out sound. But you can buy some sleep phones, wrap them around your head, and have these nice flat speakers that let you sleep on your side if you're like me, or however you want to comfortably sleep. You guys have heard me say that wearing any earbud is really bad for the health of your ears. You essentially turn your ear and the ear tip into a wonderful breeding ground for bacteria. It is gross, and especially if you're going to do that for 7-8 hours, you've essentially just turned your ear canal into a petri dish. Let's not do that. Are you running a sponsor during my poll? The audacity of this guy. So, I would definitely check out sleep phones if you want to sleep better and not have petri dish ears. Visit lirvin.me/sp or click the link in chat. There are wired and wireless versions, and they are really great. So please check them out. Now let's end Brian's poll and the poll. All right. So here we are. What do we get? Fruit Punch and Random tied at 33. Original 22, Fiesta 11. So I don't know how you want to do that, Brian. You want to get a random fruit and a fruit punch? And yes, I'll be punched by fruit, mate, says Brian. I love that. Are you running a sponsor during my poll? Oh, I was working on a math music/rhythm game for the Blind Game Jam, but didn't have time to finish it. Still adding to it on my weekends. Oh, dude. Yes, I want to play this. Ben, when you have that done, let me know. I will play the heck out of it. Sure, let's do both, says Brian. All right. Hey, Brian, get the punch that boxers like. Well, you could be Soda Popinski, who was originally Vodka Drunkinski, and get some vodka. That's a fun fact, by the way, for those that didn't know that. In the original Punch-Out arcade game, Soda Popinski was Vodka Drunkinski. Oh, I have to send, hold on. Poor Deanna doesn't have a link to the live stream. There we go. Deanna, one of our friends from class. You know who doesn't show up to streams, by the way, is Carmen. And I don't want any excuses about, well, it's early. No, wake up, Carmen. Let's go. No excuses. No bueno. So today is a really busy day for me, by the way. So I've got case management, which is literally just sitting in a meeting going, yep, this is what's going on. Then I have a student, and then I have another student, and then I have practice for the webinar next week, which I've talked about many, many, many times. But again, for those that missed it, I'm presenting for the Lighthouse for the Blind Incorporated. I'm going to throw the link in again. There we go. This is in 5 days. I am excited. Please register. Let's like blow the roof off this place. Hey Deanna, there you are. Oh, that's because it's not streamed in Spanish. Carmen only streams in Spanish. No, Carmen's multilingual. Carmen can stream in both English and Spanish. I don't know how that sounds. Nikita, are you wanting to play the original? Yeah, you can play on a Mac through emulation. I missed Nikita's message. Wait, I missed a message from Nikita. What did she say? Oh, it's Punch Out. So Punch Out is not a blind accessible game. I hate that term so much. It is not an audio game. Oh God, blind accessible drives me crazy. Let's not use that term anymore. Let's sound like we actually know what we're talking about. So, no, it is not an audio game. It's a mainstream game that was created in the 80s by Nintendo. But it's a very popular concept because you can learn tells and timing and stuff. Am I in a classroom teaching? No, it's all individualized education, which I really appreciate. The great thing too about individualized education is, I'm not going to say that it's individualized. I guess I just did. But I love that because it's individualized, you can actually work with a student and help them in the ways that they need to be helped versus trying to manage a large group. What's wrong with blind accessible? It just sounds gross. Yeah. So, Deanna, if you subscribe to me on YouTube, which you totally should do, by the way, everyone should do it. There's an option to get all notifications, and it will tell you every time I go live. Yay, and individual teaching. I don't know. Blind accessible just sounds sloppy and gross. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, this right here is blind accessible. I just don't like it. Teaching this week, I've got 2 students, and then starting next week, I have a full-time student, which is going to be really exciting. We're going to be learning about stuff, and I like teaching stuff. Yes, the Wii Punch-Out version of Punch-Out has great audio. I first got into both Punch-Out and blind games by watching speedrunners beat it blindfolded. Yes. Oh man, the Wii version of Punch-Out is amazing. Also horribly stereotypical, but amazing. For the guy that's working on a rhythm game, how can we have it when it's released? I'm sure he will post it somewhere. I will also be talking about it because Ben makes good stuff. I don't know if I should repeat this. It's a positive thing, dude. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, Everett might kill me later. Everett referred to as the Bob Ross of game programming, and I thought that was hilarious. And I don't know if that means that you have like a beard, or you like live in a cabin or something, or I don't know. But I thought it was amazing because Bob Ross is amazing. So like anytime that someone is compared to Bob Ross, I feel like it's a good thing because there's no negative qualities about Bob Ross. I defy you. Find me something negative about Bob Ross. You can't. No. Did anyone else know that Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is completely playable with audio cues? Oh, interesting. My phone number is no. My sign is no. My number is no. Need to let it go. Need to let it go. Yeah, I just kind of quoted Meghan Trainor there. Sorry. Yeah, my name is no. My sign is no. My number is no. Need to let it go. There we go. I just made a Meghan Trainor reference. Please, someone kill me. I also dislike the term blind accessible because my goal is to make things that everyone plays together, but I have to chase that SEO juice in the search engine. Yeah, I hate the term because to me it's like, it just sounds so, I don't know. It's like biting into a lemon. But But I like the idea, by the way, of stuff that people can play together, because I think it's one thing to make something that a single group can play. But I think it is so much more powerful when you can bridge the divide and everyone can play something. Because really, I think the goal should be, just in general, that everyone plays together. Whether you're blind or sighted or Brian, you should all be able to play together and not be having to play specific like things designed for blind people. And I mean, I make things that are designed for blind people, right? And that's what I do. But I do feel like the end goal and what we're striving for as developers and as advocates and everything is, let's have things that whether you are sighted or blind, you can pick up and play. That's why I'm a huge fan of the Jackbox stuff, because I feel for the most part that it is something that whether you are blind or sighted, you can play together. Obviously, some games are more playable than others. There could be some more things done to improve that. But not to the no. Thank you, Tree Boy. Oh, weird. Okay, so there's a button, Deanna, next to the subscribe button. Like you'll have an unsubscribe, and there's a notifications button, and you can set it to all. Because what probably happened is you're only seeing what they call suggested, or it's custom. I think it's like custom notifications, and it will just be like telling you every so often. I understand why these quote-unquote blind games target blind first. Yeah. No, I mean, it makes sense. And I mean, what I've made has been very blind-centric because I'm blind. And so I wanted to make games that blind people could play. But I do love the idea of, like, let's make stuff that everyone can enjoy. No, I don't think YouTube can notify you when a new message comes in. That would be nice, because I know Twitch does that. It's far harder to make it work for everyone. Oh yeah, let me tell you, it is. That was one thing that like we really struggle with at Jackbox, is like, how do we make stuff work? And sometimes we nail it. Other times we don't. Really depends. Oh, new poll. I need food. Okay. All right. So let me set up the poll. We did the smoky cheddar sausage last time. Are you really going to do that again? And fruit? Come on, Brian. Don't be healthy. All right. So we got that one. Now we need to know what this breakfast sandwich has, because that could influence people's decisions. Fruit. All right. What should Brian have for breakfast? A smoky cheddar sausage? A breakfast sandwich? We don't know what the ingredients are. A burger or fruit? Vote now. Oh, okay. Sausage and egg on a croissant. Okay. Oh, and just know I'll be getting a taquito with any item. Oh, well, that's good. As you should. Oh, the smoky dog was tasty. Okay. Yeah, Illustrate says, guys, if you forgot to like the video, do it now. Yeah, that's why Hearthstone is so very powerful. I just don't like cards. I'm not a card person, so I don't like Hearthstone. I appreciate what Hearthstone does, and I have a lot of respect for it. I just don't like cards. You know what is cool though is this summer we're going to be getting the blind assists in Forza, and that's really exciting. I'm so psyched for that. Yes, I create games. l-works.net. So, Deanna, there's a poll if you can see it. It should be above the chat. If you're on a computer, it should just be there, I think. But if you click on the choice, then it actually records the answer. Awesome. Deanna got it. Boom. All right, we got 9 votes. Vote if you haven't voted. There's 21 of you, but only 9 have voted. Let's vote. So Brian's a busy bee today. That's why we're making sure he is well fed and well energized. He has a lot of work to do. He's a busy, busy dude. So have fun, Brian. Better you than me. Tree Boy says taquito. I'm assuming, John, it's 7-Eleven. It all sounds like very 7-Eleven-esque items. I would assume. I mean, it's just what it sounds like. We don't have 7-Eleven here. We don't have anything here. I live out in the country. Yeehaw. What fun. Nothing like voting for 7-Eleven food that will probably be the death of me. Well, make sure you grade your applications first. Those are important. John, I agree we need more audio games. I'm interested in doing the more difficult game personally, but that's what this game jam was for. If you're not already, join their Discord and pose ideas. Yeah, I love, I'm looking forward to a third game jam. I'm really psyched for that. Also looking forward to, apparently I missed some games in the game jam. No one has really told me yet, by the way, what I'm missing and what I should play. I was hoping I'd get some comments on those videos, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I don't trust 7-Eleven food. Yeah, I don't either, but when you need something quick and easy, you do it. That's just what happens. So it is 8:36, so I need to call later. I need to call the maintenance guy. He was supposed to come put up a curtain rod for me, and he hasn't done it yet, but I need blackout curtains in this room because I'm trying to be goth. No, actually. I just need light control for the camera because I guess my camera is getting overloaded by light. My camera might be wrecked. I need to get it looked at because I might have a destroyed camera. I don't know. All right. 4 minutes ago, 11 votes. We're going to end the voting. Let's find out what Brian's eating. We might have to have a vote off. All right. Breakfast sandwich, 58%. Smoky cheddar, 25%. Burger, 8%. Fruit, 8%. All right. Get your breakfast sandwich there, Brian. Hey, Maddie. 7-Eleven, it's cheap and easy. Just like both ends Baldwin. Hey, did you ever check, Brian, what Eli's message was about? Or was he just like, hi everyone. Good morning. This is Eli. Yeah. Oh no, I'm already this energy stuff's kicking in. I'm already feeling it. Oh my gosh. Today is a long day. I did make last night though. I made a really delicious meatloaf. So I made meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and let me tell you, the meatloaf was so good, you guys. Oh, so good. I've never made one before. So it was my first time making a meatloaf. It will not be my last time making a meatloaf. Let me tell you. So good. So delish. Oh, 7-Eleven is not cheap over here. It's highway robbery. Well, everything is expensive in Australia. I'd like to thank the people as a moderator of the people. Quit interrupting me, Liam. I'm talking to the people. Turning computer on now. Okay. Eli says, LOL, I forgot how flattering your impressions of me are. There he is. There's Eli. There's Madeline. Hi, Madeline. And Martia's here. Hi, Martia. Oh my gosh. We got more people. We almost need to vote for something else now. So I still have a thing I can't talk about. I'm hoping that in a week or two I can talk about it. But for the interim, can't talk about the thing that I can't talk about. And it's not Bruno, but hopefully in another, what's today? Yeah, 10 days, maybe, give or take. I might have cool news. And if I don't, that's okay. Because you know what? That's okay. But 7-Eleven is ridiculous. Yeah, well, I mean, it is 7-Eleven. 4 days. Maybe, yeah. I don't know, Dan. Yeah, maybe. Oh, Madeline just got to work. Well, 5 days till the let's see. 5 days till the webinar. And yeah, maybe 4. I don't know. Depends on a few things. On some stuff. Hey Brian, the people don't feel like the people whoa. Hey Brian, the people don't feel like the people are being treated like the people should. Sincerely, the people. But yeah. So things and stuff. Very good things are coming at some point. And I'm excited for the things and also the stuff that come with the things. If the things come, and if the things and stuff don't come, at least like there was some cool stuff and things that went with the stuff. So what I'm just trying to say is, yeah. I don't have a lot for today. I got to be honest with you guys. This has been a kind of a crazy week. And it's one of those like where a lot of stuff has been going down that I cannot talk about right now. And I want to, very much so, but it's like you can't. And there is nothing more frustrating than when there's stuff that you cannot say and you want to say the stuff, but it's not good to say the stuff. I mean, I can say like teaching is going good. Teaching has been fun. And my students are little perfect angels, legit. Like I love them. They're great. And I'm so grateful to work with them. And we've been learning all sorts of great stuff. And I mean, HIPAA is real. I can say like we're doing a lot of like keyboarding with one student and learning how the keyboard functions when you can't look at the keys. And that's been fun, actually. And you wouldn't think that it's fun because really learning to type I don't think is necessarily fun. But we're making it fun and we're making it engaging. And it's like, yeah, let's do this thing. Yeah, thanks, Tree Boy. Have a great evening and take off. Or no, that's Canadian. Good day. That's Australian. The people can kiss my Blarney Stone. Order placed. I may or may not have snuck a 24-ounce monster for tomorrow. Doing birthday barbecue at friend's house. Oh, geez, really? I'm more amazed you have friends. That's what I'm more surprised about. I like things and stuff. Sanjay kept following me around and getting in my way. Or did we say it was Sanjay? Right? Didn't we have this discussion? We've been corrected that it's Sanjay and not Sanjay. Yeah, Liam, you really need to apply yourself to teaching. Well, I mean, you can only listen. You can only apply yourself so much, and there comes a point that, no matter how much applying you do, it's like things just have to happen. You know what I'm saying? If you're one for topics, I have all sorts of questions I could hijack your stream with. I'm interested in conventions coming up in particular. Well, you've got you've got NFB and you've got ACB coming up. ACB is in Chicago. NFB is in Houston. and they are both great places to bring out products and put them in front of people. There's definitely a lot of money you would need to sink in to do that. There are some regional ones as well that you can always look at. I don't know where they're going to be next year. One thing you could definitely do, Ben, because you're in Washington State, I believe, is NFB of Washington has a convention. Usually, I think they do theirs like in October or November. So I don't know where it's going to be this year, but you should take a look at that. Be honest, Brian, that 24-ounce monster won't make it to lunch today. Oh, yeah, money, dang it. You hush, Eli. Listen, FLDTA, boys, FLDTA. Actually, I don't know why I'm calling FLDTA on this, but that's okay. So yeah, the money is definitely the kicker. I would definitely say start with like the Washington conventions. There's probably both ACB and in fact, I'm sure there is ACB up there. ACB and NFB up in Washington State. That would be a really great place to start. Also gives you a little time to make sure that you've got all your ducks quack in a row. I think we should have a class reunion in Chicago. I think we should, or in Denver. I think would be good. Yeah, a lot of NFB state affiliates do their state conventions in fall or spring. Yeah, Missouri does theirs in the spring, but I know a lot do them in the fall. There should be a list coming out in July after the main convention of who's doing what, when, and where. I have a friend that usually collates that list, so I will try to, Ben, I'll try to snag you a copy, but definitely look at Washington State. I'm looking right now, actually. Washington be good. Oregon might be good. And you're closer to Idaho, right? Because I think you're near Everett. So, and I don't mean Everett, Washington. I mean Everett, Elam. There's a difference between Everett, Washington, and Everett, Elam. I was telling Everett that he needs to move to Everett just because. Let's see. So they don't say. They just have their what they're 22. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. So they don't have the 23 up yet where it's going to be. Yeah, I can yell at Idaho from my front yard. Come to Denver and be a mile higher than everyone else, says Brian. Yeah, Denver would be a blast. I agree. I'm all about that. But you know, all you can do is apply yourself, you know? Or apply yourself. One of the two. So yeah. Special times. Game wise, stream stuff coming up. I'm not really sure. We wanted to do Brock, the investigator. Still want to get that done. Give me about 10 days, maybe. I'm going to try to do some crazy party over the weekend and into next week. Next week is potentially going to be a very busy week for me. So work with me, please, because literally I'm back to work Tuesday and I have to have a little talk with work because my hours need to change because of the student that I'm going to start working with. I'm going to have a new 5-day-a-week student, and that's going to be in the afternoon. So my afternoons are going to be gone, but that's okay because teaching is good. We like the teaching. We like the moon because it is good. Brian inviting us to his Mile High Club, something, something. Now I'm just picturing Ben standing outside and yelling, "Hey, Idaho, you suck." How far is that from like Kennewick and Pasco and stuff? Because I know that Tri-Cities has the Americans hockey team, and then like Spokane has the Chiefs, and obviously Everett has the Silvertips. That's my favorite hockey team. Well, my favorite junior team. Thanks, Ricky. Hey, all. Thank you all for all you do. We do our best. ODM99 says, mad respect to teachers. Yeah. And I mean, I actually really like teaching. I taught for a while, and it was sort of a side job at my job. So we'd have a lot of students, we'd have a lot of employees that they would hire them, and then they'd be like, well, so-and-so really doesn't know how this computer works. And I'd be like, okay, well, let's see what we can do. And so a lot of it was teaching basic office skills and Windows and just the things that they needed to succeed. And there was something really enjoyable about that. And I did it for a while and got burnt out at the company just because I was writing software all the time, plus everything else, and never really thought about teaching. But since I've gotten back into it, I really enjoy it. And I really find that it is a great way to help people gain the skills that they need. And I also find that it's very rewarding, because there's nothing better than when a student is struggling to get a thing, whatever the thing is, and then they get it and the light bulb goes on. They have that aha moment, and it's so awesome to watch. And I think the only better thing is giving someone a skill and them going, I didn't actually know I could do that. So a really good example is I had a student that wants to put books on an MP3 player. And let's be honest, for a lot of us, that is not a hard thing to do. But, not everyone has mad computer skills. And so for people that are very technically inclined, I think it's really hard for us to really imagine that. But, my student was like, I didn't know I could put books on my device. And I was like, you absolutely can. You don't need help, and you don't need to get someone to come over. And so it's something that we've been working on, and just watching how engaged he is and just excited is amazing. Because it's one thing when you teach someone something and they are enjoying it, but really they're learning it because they have to learn it. And then when you are teaching someone something and that sort of like they realize, oh my gosh, with these skills, I can do so much more than I ever thought I could. And they're just engaged. They're like, let's do this. Let's go. I'm having trouble with this, but you know what? I'm going to practice all week, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to have this all figured out so we can just go. It's awesome. Thank you for the smile, but I need to get back to PowerPoint. Talk to you later. All right, Deanna, have fun PowerPointing, or pointing with power. I can't pronounce that name. I don't have mad computer skills. I do have slightly disturbed and psychologically unbalanced computer skills, however. Yeah, I feel that. Teaching is awesome. IR smart, goodly teach. Kennewick is a short drive if you're unhappy. A short day drive if you're unhappy with your life. Yeah, I've heard there is very little out in Kennewick at all, ever. I find Idaho vulgar. I prefer the spade. Bye, Deanna. Love it. You guys are so dumb. I love it. This is great. But no, I love that. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys Brian sort of teaches, I guess, if you can call it that. But how many of you have taught and kind of understand? Because I'll talk to people about that. They kind of look at me like I'm loopy. They're like, what are you, dude? You're like on drugs. What are you talking about? But there is something about that is just really great. And because ultimately when you're teaching someone, especially tech skills, You're trying to set them up for success, and that could be they want to become employable, they want to have a better quality of life, they just want to be able to email their friends, whatever it is. Like, you just want to see them get that skill. And my students run the gambit. Everything from, hey, I just want to be able to watch YouTube, which is fine, to, hey, I want to go back to school, which is awesome. And so it's all about like helping them helping them meet those goals. And that's awesome. And I think it also helps me as a human being. It actually makes me a better person because I start to think about like, well, what are my goals? What are the things that I want to do? I'm watching this student set and meet goals. So what about me? Brian says sort of teaches, you jerk. No, I'm not going to put a text-to-speech app to read chats. It's really disruptive. It's extremely disruptive to the stream. So you can read the chat on your own time. It's just a lot easier. Teaching new skills to someone is awesome. I didn't know I could do that. Paradigm shifts equals epic. Well, and it's amazing, like, right? Because it's changed the way that I think about myself. And it's kind of changed me, like, I've been like, well, what are my goals? And so since I've been teaching, I've been thinking a lot more about what I want and what I want to do. And so obviously, like, I want to teach. But I've really been thinking more about like, well, what do I need to do to get there? What are the steps that I need to take to actually do that? Brian says, I have a maxed out caseload right now. And man, it's awesome. Yeah, I cannot say that I have a crazy full caseload, which is fine. I'm ready for one. Like, bring it on. I have student taught, but had to back out due to issues involving mental health. I know I want to teach in some form, but I don't know what that is yet. Yeah, mental health, like, legit, can be hard. It was something that I had to work on myself because though students so far for me, in the most part, have been little angels, you definitely have to deal with a lot of things. And so you have to be kind of ready to just handle that and handle the stress and the pressure. But I like to juxtapose that with the victories that I've made. So I know that I'm going to have a student, and that student might have their own challenges, but I'm ready to rock and roll. Like, give me that challenge, because part of the goal is to get that student to where they need to be. And so for me, like, it's like a puzzle. And I like puzzles. I like figuring things out. I love finding solutions, and I love finding out of the box solutions. So I'm one of these people that, like, I do not mind reaching outside of the box and going, okay, what can we do to make this work for a student? How do we adapt this? How do we help that student? And it's a big special education thing. Like, honestly, like, I've seen it my whole life, watching special education teachers teach and watching how they adapt to students. Yes, I've watched Twitch streams with TTS. It's chaotic, disruptive, and you rely on chatters behaving lest they say something on your stream you otherwise might not prefer to broad. Yes, exactly. And the chaos in disruptiveness is what I want to avoid. That's why everyone can read chat. You can read it. It's there. You can read it on your own time, but I do not want to have chat being broadcast out for just a plethora of reasons. Yeah. So anyways, that is me waxing poetic about education. If you guys can't tell, I'm very passionate about teaching. I've really struggled to find the thing that I'm good at, and I think I found the thing. I love the thing. The thing is fun. Took a lot longer than it should have. But as a friend of mine said, because I was talking to him the other day, and I'm like, man, I've been really enjoying this. And he's like, you should be in this field. I don't know why you're not. And I said, I don't know. It's taken me a long time. And he said, well, you just weren't ready. You didn't realize. And everyone finds that at a different time in their life. And he's like, I'm just glad that you found it. and that you've found that thing that you really enjoy doing that you can really help people with. Because really, at the end of the day, like, right, like, I'm a big believer in, and I've said this before on streams, I just want to leave the world better than I found it. And that was one big thing in Scouts. Like, you would go to a campsite, and they always said, any place that you go to, any place that you're at, leave it better than you found it. And so for me, it's like, listen, if I can give some people skills, help them become employable, stay employed, do the things they have to do, like, that's what I'm here for. I am down for that. I'm just glad that you found it. That's what she said. Shut up, Brian. Oh, gosh. I can't bring you anywhere. Brian, behave. You should not have a monster, I don't think. I think this is a really bad idea. But, yeah. No, I mean, like I said, a big part of it is applying yourself and doing what you have to do. Sometimes applying yourself is also what you have to do. But, yeah, So it is 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to probably end chatting a little early today. I need to make some phone calls. I need to find out what's going on with my curtains. I really need a blackout curtain in this room. The light is out of control. It comes in from behind me, and I have blinds, but it's coming in through and around, under, over, in, out of the blinds, and it like shines right on me. And the camera, I guess from what has been explained to me, is really fuzzy or just blurry. And so I need to like sort that out. It sucks. Gonna roast, so I won't be responding. Don't take advantage of me. Isn't that like what you should be telling your wife? Maybe that's why you have so many kids. That's encouraging for me to hear, Liam. I graduated from college, and I'm kind of in an I don't know point in my life. Listen, it takes everyone, I think, their own time. I've always considered myself a late bloomer, where it takes me a long time to do things, try things, get things done. But eventually you will. And so it's awesome that you graduated college. I think that's great. Sometimes it's good to take that time, figure out what you want to do. I always tell people though, like, always move forward. So don't feel like you're stagnating, but at the same time, try to make little steps every day. A while back, I was in a really bad way, and I was not able to kind of see a path forward. So I was sort of spinning my wheels, and people would be like, well, what are your long-term goals? And I'd say, well, my goal is to just get through today and then see what tomorrow brings. And eventually you have to break out of that, because you will never progress until you start setting long-term goals. And so, I mean, like, I can say now, my long-term goal is to be employed by an agency, whether that is a private or state or federal, and I want to teach students. I want to teach assistive technology. I want to help make their lives better. And I want to be able to give back. And I want to make sure that people have the best skills that they can have to be successful. Would you ever consider playing Slay the Spire via the Slay the Spire mod? I forgot about that game. Man, I totally forgot about Slay the Spire and Slay the Spire. It's hilarious you mentioned that, because like that game was so out of sight, out of mind for me. Because I thought that they stopped updating the mod, and so I stopped looking at the game. Oh, geez, Brian. Oh, boy. I think since I'm grading today, I'll grade that you're applying yourself. Jeez. Oh, no. It's why, like I said, it's why Eli has so many kids. Yeah, that's right. Brian is making the grade today. Well, or making grades, not making the grade. So, it has keyboard support now. Woo! Yay! I mean, I don't mind playing with a controller, but yay, I'm so glad there's keyboard support. That's exciting. I want to look at that. Yeah, I will have to come back to that. Like I said, give me like 10 days. I'm going to do some crazy party over the weekend, maybe. I had stuff to do tomorrow. Eli. Oh, yeah. I need to check your message later because I sent you an ultimatum. It's not a bad ultimatum, but I'm curious to see what you think of it. And I think we just need to get it done. Paul, should Eli have another kid? Hold on. We're doing this poll. I mean, you have to have another kid though, because you've got Zelda, so you have to have Ganon. Oh no, I need to add the other. Hold on. I got to recreate the poll. I did it wrong. This is important. This is important stuff. All right, start a poll. Now, I just want to point out Eli has like 15 kids, I think. So just keep that in mind when voting. That's important to note. All right. Should Eli have another kid? Yes, no, maybe, or get snipped, bro. Zelda, Ganon, I don't understand the link. Oh, there you go, Eli. You gotta have 2 kids now. I sometimes teach my family how to use tech, and some of my old friends. I sometimes have trouble trying to explain things, though. I also want to code software. I like doing both. So, trouble explaining stuff is, honestly, I feel that. Coming from a very technical background, I find it very hard to explain concepts. What you need to learn to do, and it is a skill you have to develop, kind of like a muscle you have to flex, is taking things and breaking them down to their simple pieces. Also, finding the simplest way to do something. So, for example, I like to go into File Explorer by going to the Run dialog box and typing documents, and then going in that way. Well, guess what? There's an easier way, which is Windows E. And so part of it is finding those easy ways and thinking to yourself, all right, so I want to teach someone to do something. What is the simplest way that I can teach them that not only will they be able to do this thing regularly, but they're going to remember it? Because if they cannot remember that thing, you can't teach it to them. You've got to find ways to get that to stick in their memory somehow, some way. And if your students have cognitive issues or short-term memory issues, that makes it more challenging. But you have to find ways, whether it's mnemonics, whether it's repetition, you have to find a way to make that stick. As a snip recipient myself, I believe in that last choice. 3, but math, says Eli. Well, yeah, I'm going to do Stardew. There was just a major mod update. So, that will be soon. So again, give me 10 days because things could be changing in 10 days or they could not. I don't want to get specific other than to say that I've really been applying myself lately and, or applying myself. And so I don't really want to say much more than that, but we will see where the streaming schedule goes and how that changes, good, bad, or indifferent. Brandon says, teach, teach, teach. But no, I've just learned a lot about I mean, and it's funny because what I've learned about it hasn't really been so much in school. It's just teaching and thinking about going, how would I want to learn something? And that might be a good thing to ask yourself when you're teaching. How would I learn this thing? What would work for me? And then obviously everyone learns differently. So learning your students, learning patterns, behaviors, what works for them is huge. But also thinking about like, would I actually learn this way? So if I'm not going to learn this way, I shouldn't teach this way. Probably not a bad thing to think of. All right, so vote now. A few more seconds. Should Eli have another children's? This is an important vote. Eli, make sure you tell Katie that this is binding. That because this was a chatting with viewers vote, that this vote is binding. So, gonna give you guys a few more minutes to vote. This is such a dumb vote. But all right, I don't see any more votes. I guess people don't want to get involved in Eli's marital decisions. Let's see what we have. 37% yes, maybe 25%. Get Snip Bro 25%, no 12%. Oh gosh, Eli's gonna have a little Ganondorf. Oh no. It's Ganondorf Tucker. It's going to happen, you guys. Oh gosh. I mean, Brian already named his kid after me. His son is named Liam, so I mean, we won't have another Liam, so there you go. At least there's that. Okay. So that is my that's my stuff for the day. And I'm going to end a little early today. I need to make some phone calls, get ready for... Sorry, Katie. The YouTubes have spoken. Oh, gosh. Let's just start the rumor that I named my son from a chatting with viewers poll. Listen, I'm cool with that rumor because your son is pretty awesome. He's a funny little dude. You know, he definitely fits the name Liam. He is almost as awesome as I am. Yeah, Explorer is a part of Windows, and Explorer starts with E. So press Windows and E. Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. Like, it's all about coming up with ways for people to memorize things. What always makes it hard is when it's something that you cannot mnemonically link. Like, my favorite is System Tray is Windows B. Like, how do you, I mean, I guess you could say like that's where the battery is. And sometimes you have to do that. You have to be like, listen, the battery is here. So you press Windows B and find it. Like, obviously, yes. Okay. I know there are keystrokes to do it, but you have to find a mnemonic. Another really great thing about teaching, another piece of advice I can give anyone that wants to teach anything is don't just teach the thing and be like, this is how you do it. Teach the thing and then explain why they're doing it and why it's important, because things will stick if you say to somebody, the reason you're doing this is because of this. So a really good example is I've been working with a student that has short-term memory loss. And so if I say this is a thing to do, the first question I get is, why do I need to know that? Because their brain can only process so much. And so they start casting out the stuff that's not important. And so I will say, well, because we were using JAWS F12, for example, to check time. And I said, well, if you need to check the time quickly, let's say you're working in customer service, you may not have access to your phone. Your phone may be locked away. And if someone that you're on the phone with needs you to schedule something, you don't have time to flip open your watch and check your watch. You need to have that time and date available to you immediately. And guess what? It's stuck now. So I can go, hey, how do you check time and date? Insert F12 once, insert F twice for date. So it's finding those things that will help stick. Zelda Link again in comment was epic. Well played. Have a great day, everyone. Your stream froze my computer. Nice. It's not my fault. Scaffolding was a struggle for me, I'll admit. Yeah, it's hard. It is definitely not easy. That's why lesson planning is important. That is why organization is important. Thinking about where to begin, the begin is very important. If you're teaching and they have a checklist of things that you should use, following it is very important. Following a checklist to the letter is important. A, because it is the mandated curriculum, and B, because it will help you as an instructor instruct your students in a way that makes sense. These are all very important things. Where it does get a little hard is when you have to make up stuff and when you really have to go, okay, I am having to freewheel this thing. But being able to improvise is really good. I love improv comedy. I love anything that involves me thinking on my feet. And so I've actually found that I like teaching because I like going, gosh, I got to think about this in the now. I have to think about this in the moment. And I don't have time to change. So going back to teaching, copying books, one of the problems that we ran into was my student was like, well, I don't know how to type these letters. And so I instantly had to shift gears and just go, okay, let's back it up a step and let's go over to keyboarding and just switch those gears rapidly. Because you can't sit there and go, well, I don't know how to do this. Okay. Let's see. You have to be like, oh, no problem. Let's switch over to keyboard help. All right. Let's play with the keyboard. I'm going to show you where these things are. We're going to talk about hand placement. We're going to talk about where your fingers go. And that's a big thing with keyboarding. I think it's so hard to teach keyboarding, to teach it remotely is really a challenge. But describing where your hands go, describing the placement is really big. Have a student that likes to take their whole hand and type numbers with it instead of letting the fingers move from the home row. So we've started this whole thing of hands on home, hands stay on home, your hands don't leave home. And so all week, I've just been hammering home, literally, hands on home. That's been my mantra. It's just a 3-word mantra, hands on home, HOH, hands on home. I said, if you want to type a number, take your pinky. So like the number 1, for example, leave your left hand on the home row. So ASDF, pinky, ring, FU finger, and pointer finger, and leave those all there. Bring that pinky up. There's the Q. Bring it up a little higher. There's the 1. Don't worry about that ring finger kind of moving. It's going to move with it because that's how your hands work. But let your hand move naturally. Let those 2 fingers kind of go up, and then you can just bring them right back down, and you're right back on the A and the S. And if you do that and you learn those things and you teach those things, their ability to type more effectively and rapidly and just be more comfortable is amazing. So I'm like excited for next Monday because we work every week. And we're going to go back and we're doing a lot of like cursor placement and keyboarding. And because, again, when you're teaching somebody, again, we always assume that everyone knows everything and that they are just like boom, boom, boom. And it doesn't work that way. If you're working with somebody that had vision, is losing vision, or now realizes that they have to learn operate in a completely different method. So instead of visually, now they have to be auditory. That takes some work and that takes some practice. And that, Brian, too soon. You got to wait 22 and a half years, bro. Pinky's out like the queen. Oh, wait, she's dead now. Yeah, bro, you got to wait like another 22 and a half years, I think, for that. But yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. I mean, and I'm not going to sit here and say it's not hard because it's hard. Anyone that tells you it's easy is lying. Part of it is having an intuitive grasp for how to make things work. And honestly, part of it is practicing and failing. That's why we're student teachers, right? Like, because we're student teachers because guess what? We're still learning. And like, we're not just student teachers because we're students that are teaching. Like, we're student teachers because we're learning. We're still figuring out what works, what doesn't work. And I feel so bad for my poor students that are my guinea pigs. But at the same time, Yeah, I watched South Park too. I know. That's why I said it. But part of it is just being able to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And I've just been very fortunate in that all my students have been really good sports, and not only have they been good sports, but like really just very very comfortable with me and very willing to work with me. And I appreciate that, because that just makes it so much easier. And I don't know what I'm doing right, but I wish I could bottle it and sell it, because it works and it makes me happy. So it is. Ooh, yeah, it's 9:20. So I need to get out of here. I got to make a phone call. Got to find out when my curtains are going to go up. I hope they're not going to go up during class. That would suck. So anyways, I do want to thank you guys for being here. One more time, I'm presenting for the Lighthouse for the Blind next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific, 0 o'clock UTC on Thursday. I'm going to throw the link in chat one more time. The good news is that soon I won't be talking about it all the time constantly, although I think it's really cool. I think what the Lighthouse for the Blind Incorporated does is really cool. Check them out at lhblind.org. They have 3 facilities, 2 in Washington State and 1 in Somerville, South Carolina. They also operate numerous base supply centers across the country, I believe mostly on the West Coast. But they operate a number of BSCs, or like I said, base supply centers, and they are hiring. So if you are looking for a job and you are in an area that they might be hiring someone, take a look. They have very good pay, so it's definitely not substandard. They also offer very good benefits, and they offer a career that is meaningful and is definitely something to look into. So I would say take a look at that. Give them a look, but also check out this webinar next week. I'm really excited to be part of it, and I hope you can join as well. So anyways, I'm in that weird limbo where I'm a teacher, but also in school. So there's an element of student teaching. Yeah, kind of. I mean, you're in kind of a situation where it's like you are a teacher, but you're in school to enhance your teacherness, but you're not going to school to be a teacher because you already are a teacher. I don't know. I just broke my brain. Anyways, want to thank you guys for being here. As always, thanks for watching and or listening. Good night and good corn.